I want to share something that I self-realized recently. It's about acceptance and rejection. So before I started doing my videos, I did not see this before. And then when I started doing my videos, I started to work on my acceptance and rejection system. And like recently I made my shaving my hair video. So I printed it out so I can like show. Here's what I made, what I did. When I made the video, I got all these pictures and put them all around me. And I did not realize this before. Only when I started working more on the acceptance and rejection in a detailed way, and I started to see my mind, how it was actually projecting the system that is in my mind onto what I'm doing. And I did not see that before, only after. So I'm gonna show how the mind can project things even if you're not aware of it. So see here's the picture. Which one stands out the most? You can see that this and then this picture are the ones that stands out the most. And you can see how Anna's picture, it's like sticking out. It's like it's out where everybody can see it, and it's also like the highest one, and it's also like bigger compared to the rest of the picture. And it's the same for this image. And if you take a look, Anna's picture is smile, and this picture represents anger and hate. So those two pictures I actually use as I was actually projecting the system that I have defined myself as. So the smile actually is a projection, physical projection of acceptance. When you accept somebody, what do? You smile at them. You give them a big smile. That's a physical representation of acceptance. That's why we smile at people we love, while you frown and have that face to people that you reject. So I also added this because this shows like anger, like don't mess with me type face. And those two systems I have used as a way to protect myself. See, like when I go out, I smile at people, which shows like acceptance. And I did not see this before, how I'm also creating it in the things that I do. I've only seen it after I work on the expressions of acceptance and rejection, and I look at my video and I started to see how I'm actually manifesting those systems on the things that I do. And it's interesting. And if you take a look at the other pictures, like the pictures that doesn't have that much reaction, like just calm, plain, they're all hidden. See, the size is small because they did not create any reaction within myself, because they did not represent anything. So only though these 2 points, the smiling and the angry picture, are the 2 points that I have used as a protection mechanism. And you can see how I also manifested, how I physically created, putting it on and around my videos, while the rest is like nothing, because they didn't stand out to me. Only those 2 pictures stood out, and I tried to create it, set it up so they actually stand out. So that's how one of the things, how the system in your mind can project and create things, and you're not even aware of it until you actually work on those points and you finally see what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why I put this picture there. I didn't know why I put that picture there. But once I started working on it, I finally see why I set them up that way. So it's really interesting how the mind does this. And another thing is, it's like they're on the opposite. It's like how the mind, see, here's how I created the mind. Here's the other polarity, and here's the other side of it. So instead of being one, I split, I created, I gave power and attention to the pictures and images. This is also another point I'm working on, is I have defined myself as a picture. So I have given power and attention to these pictures, the faces, the smiling. So it's really interesting how the mind does this. And from working on this point, I realized that acceptance is a trap, because when you're accepting something, you're actually rejecting the rest of you, the rest of everything else. And when you are rejecting another being, that means you're also accepting a certain point, in which again you're trapping yourself in that point, which is really limitation of who you are. So basically, acceptance and rejection is a limitation of each being, because you just trap yourself in that little point instead of accepting being here as one and equal as all. So all acceptance, rejection is limitation. And I went blank on that one. And in that system, you end up manifesting it physically. It's just really, just your mind trapping you. So I just wanted to share that, what I have realized.